And lately I've been on that juice.
What is up, everybody? It is the Saints Hub, and today I'm going to talk about something I really shouldn't even have to be talking about, but it is why Michael Thomas is the best wide receiver in football. And I had to put my jersey on to rep the boy. But one of the reasons I feel like I shouldn't have to talk about this is because it should be very obvious after this year. DeAndre Hopkins had a very not great year. Julio didn't put up empty numbers. No one really came close except for Chris Godwin. And trust me, Chris Godwin's great and all, but he is a rookie, and the Bucks do throw the ball every 2 seconds. And I will be honest, Michael Thomas does benefit a lot from being the only viable option on the New Orleans Saints, because Tre'Quan Smith and Ted Ginn are shit. And when Jared Cook's out, it's like, holy crap, what are we going to do? But today I'm going to go over why Michael Thomas is growing and only getting freaking better. So Michael Thomas has 4 years in the NFL, 3 out of 4 Pro Bowls, 2 out of 4 All-Pros. Every year has been above 1,100 receiving yards, but this year he took it to a new level, breaking the single-season receptions record set by Marvin Harrison, having 17,000 yards, 1725 to be exact, which led the league, and 9 touchdowns to go along with it. Michael Thomas has been doing this stuff at a high level. I'm just going to read you his stats for his 4 years. 92, 104, 125, his first 3 years for receptions. 1,137, 1,245, 1,405 receptions, and 9, 5, and 9 in the touchdown areas. So Michael Thomas is showing every year that he gets better and better. So what's not to think that he won't ball out next season and get 1,800 yards or maybe 151 receptions? If Mickey Loomis does not get a wide receiver, I really do not see why he can't do that again, because holy crap is our receiving corps bad. I mean, Ted Ginn Jr. should hit the retirement home, and Tre'Quan Smith is going to be in a future video about how he's a draft bust. I don't see why he can't do this again. I see only improvement for Michael Thomas. And one of the main reasons I think he's the best receiver in the NFL is catch rate. And he led the league in catch rate, of course, with an 80.5% catch rate. And what's crazy about this is that he did it with 2 different quarterbacks. One being the GOAT, Drew Brees, and 2 being Teddy Bridgewater. Thomas was not fazed by being put in a situation with Teddy Bridgewater, who hadn't played in years. He still balled out, got 10 receptions a game most games, and really made Teddy Bridgewater look a lot better than he was, if I'm being honest. I mean, Teddy's really only freaking target was Michael Thomas. I mean, yeah, he'd pass the guys every once in a while, but most of the time you knew if Teddy's passing, it's going to Michael Thomas. So Michael Thomas did everything at a high level with 2 different quarterbacks. One of the other reasons I think he's so good is just because who the fuck can guard him? No one. His username speaks the truth. If you're going out and getting 149 receptions, no one's guarding you. You're getting 17,000 yards, no one's guarding you. There wasn't a single game where I felt like he performed very poorly or anything. There were some games that he didn't do as well as others, but I felt like if he got in a 100-yard game, it was just, wow, Michael Thomas got another 100-yard game. It was normal. It was normal, and that's not normal. That shouldn't be like that. He gets 7 receptions a game, and wow, it's like another day, another Thomas game. But that's not like that. That's insanity. He's going off, and there are still people who have the audacity to call DeAndre Hopkins better. DeAndre Hopkins had Deshaun Watson all year. DeAndre Hopkins also had shitty receivers around him. He played like poop. I know. I had him on my fantasy team. I should have taken Michael Thomas. I don't know what I should have done. Maybe traded up. I don't remember where I took DeAndre, but it was so obvious that Michael Thomas just outperformed him in every category. The other thing about Michael Thomas and why he's the best receiver in the NFL is he does not get injured really much at all. I know he had a broken hand, but he's played 63 games in 4 years. 12, 14, 16, 15, started 15, 16, 16, 16. So he's only not started... Oh, I'm sorry. He started 12, 14, 16, 15. He's played 15, 16, 16, 16. Excuse me. But what that speaks to is he's out there, he's playing, and he's not injured. And guys like Devontae Adams, who was injured all year this year, is very good at football, but he can't showcase his talent when he's not there. I don't think he's that good, but that's a different story. I think Michael Thomas outperformed all the elite receivers that people think he's better than. I think really the only debate anymore is Julio, and I don't even really think it's a debate. And I know people are going to be like, well, yeah, it's because you're a Saints fan. Well, yeah, I may be a little biased, but after watching him play and burn every corner that's tried, there wasn't a single one that stopped him this year, in my opinion. There are ones that slowed him down, but none of them stopped him. He went off, and he is the best wide receiver in the NFL. I truly believe that. I don't think there will be a receiver that has a better season than him next year. Maybe Chris Godwin if Jameis Winston comes back, because once again, if we do draft a receiver, you will see those numbers go down. They won't be as strong, but I think he'll still go off. My predictions for I keep saying Thomas. I don't know why. About, if we get a receiver, 130 receptions, 1,500 receiving yards, and 6 touchdowns. If we don't, sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. Michael Thomas is the best wide receiver in football. It's not even close. If you do not think he is, well, then you need to look at the stats, because he outperformed every wide receiver this year. And that's all you have to do to be the best wide receiver. There's not a single wide receiver that did better than him this year. So make your argument then. Oh, you don't have one? There is none, because he outperformed them all. I don't get why I keep having to make this argument. It's just obviously true. He has the talent. He's only played 4 years. He's what? 26, 7, and we have him, let's see. He is, well, it doesn't say his age, but we still have him for another 5 years, and I cannot be thrilled, because I think if Michael Thomas keeps this up, he could be the best wide receiver of all time, surpassing Jerry Rice, because right now, he looks like he can be that guy. And that is why I think Michael Thomas is the best receiver in football. If this seemed a little unorganized and rantish, I'm sorry. I came home, I wanted to record something. That's kind of why I should have probably done a little more research like I did for my other videos. But it's a rant, so. But honestly, if you don't think he's the best receiver in football, I want to hear why down below, because I don't see how else you couldn't. And for all you that do agree with me, let me know by leaving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel for more Saints content. Until the next time, I'm out.
And I've been up all night, sweating in my dreams. Come and rescue me. I had way too much in my head.